There are men who search for purpose their entire lives. They read the books, they watch the videos, they make the plans, and they die never finding it. Not because purpose was hidden from them, but because of who they became. There are 7 types of men who will never find purpose, and the most dangerous part, most of them do not know which type they are. Pay attention, you might see yourself in this. Type 1, the waiting man. He is always waiting for the right moment, waiting until he has more money, waiting until he feels ready, waiting until life gets easier. The right moment never comes, because the right moment was never real. It was a story he told himself to avoid the discomfort of starting. Purpose is not found by waiting, it is built by moving. Every day he waits, another man is building. The waiting man dies with a perfect plan and an empty life. Type 2, the comfort addict. He has optimized his life for comfort. Soft bed, easy job, no conflict, no risk, everything uncomfortable. He removes it immediately. But here is what nobody tells you about comfort. Comfort is the enemy of growth, and growth is the only place purpose lives. Every hard thing he avoids is a version of himself he will never become. The comfort addict feels safe, but safety and purpose have never existed in the same place. Type 3, the approval seeker. He cannot make a single decision without knowing what others think. He changes his goals based on what impresses people. He changes his values based on what gets likes. He changes his identity based on who is watching. A man who lives for approval can never find his own purpose, because his entire life is being lived for someone else. Purpose requires knowing who you are when nobody is watching. The approval seeker has never met that version of himself. Type 4, the eternal learner. He has read 200 books on self-improvement. He knows every framework, every system, every theory. He can talk about purpose for hours, but he has never done anything with any of it. Learning without action is just sophisticated procrastination. Knowledge without execution is worthless. The eternal learner mistakes consuming information for making progress. One day he will realize he spent his whole life preparing to live and never actually lived. Type 5, the blame shifter. Nothing is ever his fault. His childhood was difficult, so he cannot move forward. His environment is wrong, so he cannot succeed. Society is broken, so he cannot win. Every obstacle becomes a permanent excuse, but here is the hard truth. Every man who ever built a meaningful life did it in spite of difficult circumstances, not because of easy ones. The blame shifter hands his power to everyone and everything except himself, and a man with no power can never build purpose. Type 6, the distracted man. He is the most common type in 2026. His attention has been sold to 47 different platforms. He cannot sit with one thought for more than 8 seconds. He cannot work on one thing for more than 4 minutes. He cannot be alone with himself for more than 30 seconds without reaching for his phone. Purpose requires depth. Depth requires focus. Focus requires protecting your attention. The distracted man has given his attention away completely, and you cannot build anything meaningful with an attention span that belongs to an algorithm. Type 7, the almost man. This is the most painful type. He almost started the business. He almost had the conversation. He almost made the change. Almost. He gets close to real purpose every single time. Then fear arrives, and he retreats. Then comfort arrives, and he accepts it. Then time passes, and the almost becomes a memory. The almost man is the most tragic because he can see what his life could be. He just never crosses the line to make it real. Now here's the most important question of this entire video. Which type are you? Not which type do you want to be? Which type are you right now? Be honest with yourself. Because the men who change, they are not the ones who have the easiest path. They are the ones who looked at themselves clearly and decided they were worth more than the type they had become. If this video hit something real in you, subscribe to Mind Psychology Dark right now. Every week, we go deeper into the psychology that most people spend their entire lives avoiding. Hit subscribe. 1 second. It matters. Purpose is not found. It is built. through daily choices, daily discomfort, and daily honesty with yourself. The 7 types in this video all have one thing in common. They chose the easier thing every single time a hard choice appeared. You are watching this video right now. That means some part of you already knows you are capable of more. The question is what you do next. Subscribe to Mind Psychology Dark. New video every single week. We are building something here. Comment below which of the 7 types hit closest to home. Be honest. The comments on this video are going to